Okay, so now we'll be discussing about Legionella pneumophila. I'm sorry for my pronunciation, but yeah, today we'll be talking about Legionella pneumophila. So Legionella pneumophila is basically a gram-negative bacilli which is pleomorphic. That means it can take different shapes, and it is fastidious. That means it needs a special medium to grow. Legionella has been divided into 15 serogroups, and the most common ones which we encounter are serogroup 1, 4, and 6. And it gram stains very poorly, and it is gram negative. And since it stains gram stain very poorly, we use either silver impregnation stain or Giemsa stain. Okay, so first of all, let us understand how does it get propagated. So whenever a question comes, the classic question will be AC, air conditioner. So basically there is aerosol transmission from environmental water source, for example AC system where the AC water tank is there, or any hot water tank. Okay, there is no animal reservoir and no carrier for Legionella. Okay, once there is once the person inhales the aerosol, what happens is there is ingestion into alveolar macrophages by something known as coiling phagocytosis. And after this, what happens is there is after the engulfing, basically this bacterium inhibits phagolysosome formation, and it causes its further manifestation. Okay, so the manifestation can basically be of two types. It can either be present as Pontiac fever, mind my pronunciation again, I'm sorry. So it's either Pontiac fever, which has basically mild flu-like symptoms like malaise, fever, and headache. The incubation period for it is around 1 to 2 days, and it is usually self-limiting. Okay, the more severe one is known as Legionnaire's disease. The Legionnaire's disease has an incubation period of around 2 to 10 days. It is characterized by severe pneumonia. Severe pneumonia means what symptoms? Severe dyspnea, chest pain, non-productive cough, and the chest x-ray will show pulmonary infiltrates, right? And this pneumonia is often unilateral and lobar pneumonia. Okay, pneumonia are of two kinds, if you remember, bronchopneumonia and lobar pneumonia, which we'll be discussing in some other video. Along with severe pneumonia, there is fever, there could be diarrhea, and there could be CNS symptoms, okay, like convulsions and all. And other extra pulmonary symptoms include myocarditis, pericarditis, endocarditis, and sinusitis, peritonitis, pyelonephritis, and other skin and soft tissue infections. Some predisposing factors for Legionella infection involve smoking, alcoholism, and chronic lung diseases, which are basically responsible for impaired mucociliary clearance. So the aerosol will reach deep inside our respiratory tract, right? Advancing age, again related to impaired mucociliary clearance. Immunosuppression, that means the macrophages are not able to fight off the infection well. Prior hospitalization, patients with NG tubes. Okay, so these are basically the risk factors for Legionnaire's disease. Now, once we suspect a patient, first of all, most commonly there are outbreaks, okay, which happen in the hospital and all. There is no person-to-person transmission. And once you suspect a patient of Legionnaire's disease, what we do is lab diagnosis, right? So first of all, we take the sample. So the useful samples include sputum, bronchoalveolar lavage, which is known as BAL, bronchial wash, or pleural fluid. After we take the sample, we basically directly smear it. So we'll see weakly gram negative bacilli, okay, and it can show other shapes also. And since it's weakly gram negative, then we do silver impregnation stain and Giemsa stain, and we are able to see the bacterium better. This is how it appears on the gram stain. After this, we do direct immunofluorescence using a mono or a polyclonal serum, and it is usually done in advanced diseases, in Legionnaire's disease and all. It is highly specific and very less sensitive. After direct immunofluorescence, we can do we can culture it on BCYE agar. Okay, this is basically buff charcoal yeast extract agar. We basically inoculate the bacterium for 3 to 5. We grow the bacterium for 3 to 5 days at 37 degrees Celsius in 5% carbon dioxide. That means it is microaeropholic. This yeast extract medium has iron and cysteine also. As we called only Legionella pneumophila, it is a fastidious organism, right? So it will need a special agar, which is known as BCYE agar. Okay, after growing it, then we can also do antibody. Antibody is basically used to detect the seroprevalence, and it will come positive after 12 weeks of infection, and the titer of 1:256 is considered as significant. Next, we can also do antigen detection in urine, and it is very very useful. You know why? It is useful because it is highly sensitive and specific. The first thing we should come in mind. The second thing, it appears very quickly after the infection, and it is not at all affected by the antibiotics. So it is a very very beneficial test. Next, we can do multiplex PCR everywhere it comes. Okay, so after that, we must treat it. So the treatment includes, we give either macrolides or quinolone to the patient, and since it is transmitted from environmental water source, we do, it is ideal, every day you should survey the water, but we do annual water surveillance for Legionella. And this is all about it. I hope you understood.